Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last week at the Interparliamentary Assembly, the UK delegation was able to meet with our Polish parliamentary counterparts to thank them for everything that their country has been doing to welcome such an enormous influx of refugees from Ukraine. And we asked them what more the UK could do to make the process work better for those who want to come to the UK. And they made two very constructive suggestions, which I feed in. One is that they are using the twinning network between communities across Europe, and I would urge the Home Office and the Department for Local Government to look at that twinning network, to establish links like those with Malvern, where 200 families want to welcome refugees, but they don't necessarily know where they can locate them. And then secondly, in terms of suggestions, they wanted to see the application form written in Ukrainian, and I wondered if that's something that could easily be done.
Minister.
Well, I thank the member for her positive suggestions. Certainly, my colleague from DLUC is on the bench around looking at using the twinning network, particularly, ideally, where there may be some language ability in either Polish or Ukrainian, which will be very useful in helping people settle, certainly in their first few days. In terms of the engagement with Poland, I was with the Polish ambassador this week, talking directly with them, again, hearing what their priorities are, because their key focus is we need to be supporting the vast majority of people who will look to remain in the region rather than just seeing resettlement as the priority. But it was very useful to hear their thoughts on what we could do more to support them. In terms of moving the application form into Ukrainian, what we're looking to do is to provide guidance of how to fill it in Ukrainian and Russian, given some Ukrainians speak Russian as their main language. To translate the whole form would require a reasonably significant amount of technical work, but also, of course, our decision makers, the vast majority, operate in English. It would be quite difficult to find large numbers of Ukrainian speakers who we could then deploy into UKVI's operation. But certainly our goal is that we'd have to make it so it is very simple, so people can fill in, for example, very basic information that they need to fill in for the safeguarding check, and any documents they submit do not need to be translated. So, for example, birth certificates or any other proofs or documents we may ask for, they can be submitted in Ukrainian, given the decision makers are familiar with the documents themselves. But certainly we're looking at how we can enhance the digital capability and the guidance so that people know what they're doing step by step as they go through the form.